right. Hello, Destiny Oses. How you doing? Welcome. Hello, Pop Farms. How you doing? Thank you for being here. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Hope you guys having a wonderful week so far. I hope you guys doing pretty well. Yes. Well, guys, the topic today is the future. And you guys know how we do it. We do it on an open discussion where we can discuss and have a conversation about different topics. We do not discredit anybody information. Everybody free to have their own opinion, and that's the thing. We have to allow people to have their opinion, whether we agree or not. That's their opinion. If it's their opinion, and why not? I mean, come on. Just like if you have an opinion, you want to make sure that people agree with your opinion. So, yes, so this is an open discussion where we want to talk about life, the future, what is really going on, what's happening. Hey, Lynn, Life Lesson, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Hey, Sudi Breeze, thank you for being here. How you guys doing? I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Yes, guys, so what's going on? How life treating you guys? I'm just hoping that each and every one are blessed and feeling blessed. Yes, guys. Yes. Sometimes we just got to take life for what it is sometimes, but that doesn't mean we have to settle for what it is. We got to want better and want more sometimes. So sometimes how we do that, we try to achieve more, and we try to work and getting more and better, because sometimes settling for less is not always the right thing to do. Sometimes we settle for less, and that's what we get. We keep getting less. Sometimes we have to strive for more. Yes, I'm doing good. Sudi Breeze, thank you for being here. Yes. How your garden going? How your garden going? Yes, so guys, well, right now we know this is the fall gardening. So we're going to talk a little about gardening. Then we're going to really hit the topic. So we hit in the fall right now, and now is the fall. This is when everybody putting in the food in the ground, and this is exciting. So guys, the first thing you want to know, you need to know what to plant in the fall. That is very important. Rough man and follow, the future has to be better. Yes, I definitely agree with you. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what it holds. I don't know what the plan is. But one thing I know, I don't think it will ever be the same like how it used to be. Because if you notice, from time to time, there always a certain period of time changes has made. If you look from way back, look from the 1800 to today, and it's a whole different ball game, and it never go back the same. It's always changes. It's always different things happening, and for what I'm seeing now, for what I'm seeing now, it can be scary at times, because the thing about it, you're not sure what is happening, you're not sure what is coming. But one thing it's about to be a change. And that change, you don't know where that change gonna take you, because you have to adjust to whatever situation it is. You have to adjust yourself. So by adjusting yourself can be very uncomfortable sometimes, but you got to start make up your mind for adjustment, because it's not gonna be the same. Hey, Bobby Wilson, how you doing? Thank you for being here. How you doing? Yes. So, I mean, guys, when you look around, right? When you look around and you observe a lot of things. Let's go in the job market for a minute, right? Let's talk about the job market where work is canceled. Let's talk about this for a moment. What we notice, right? If you go into a store, a supermarket, and you buy some stuff, it ain't even store, a store period. It ain't just a supermarket. You go into the store, and when you go into the store and you're ready to cash out, sometimes there's not one cashier that you can go to. There's not even one that you can go to. Where you got to go to, you got to go to a machine. And one person is standing over there in case you have a problem. Maybe they can come and help you. So you have 10 different checkout machine, but they are self-checkout. And one person. Usually, it used to be 10 cashier that you could go to. So that's 10 people lost, 9 people lost their job from that store. How? Because the machine has come and take their place. So where they used to need 10 people, they only need 1. Where 10 people was needed, now they only need 1. And this is happening on a wide scale now. This ain't just start happening yesterday. I remember in the years ago, 10, 15, 20 years ago, when I used to always hear this say, one day machine, robots gonna take over. I always hear this say that. And in those times, we believe it might be robots just walking around and take over. But that's not the case. It's these machines in the warehouses. You have machine doing a lot of the work. That's people losing their job. So in the warehouse, in the stores, that's where in the warehouse, in the store, that's where everybody jobs cutting. And that's not the only place. And you guys know that too. Jobs cutting left, right, and center from all different angles. Right? Okay. Right. And cashiering jobs are those forced job types. You have entry-level job. Exactly. Exactly. And they're losing these jobs. Just now, it almost here, where they do not need cashier, because the machine, 10 cashier, they got to pay them by the hours. But the machine, all they got to do is maintain them from time to time. So at the end of the day, people start relying. We get into a world now where People is relying on machine more than manpower. People, yes, this is for real. And the thing about it is, even truck drivers, they start to make truck that can drive themselves to deliver the food and pick up the food. Truck, they start to make truck that pick up the food and deliver for themselves. Cars, we already know. There's cars that can drive and deliver and do without you driving it. There's going to be delivery service where I'm sure there are going to be drones delivering your package and not manpower, not somebody driving it and bringing it and delivering it to your door. It's going to be a machine driving it, bringing it, and drop it by your door. So you see, the future is completely different than what we know and what we heard about. It's a whole different ball game. So if the future is heading to that direction, we got to start making ourselves adjustable. We got to start adjusting ourselves, making you know, you're not in this comfort zone anymore. You're in a zone now where you got to start adjusting to make things work. We do, I mean, we plant food. A lot of us plant our own food. But I'm telling you right now, that's only going to be for a period of time. In the future, maybe that might never be happening anymore. So when you look at all these things and the situation that occur and what's going on today, and this is just the beginning of what's really going on. This is just the beginning. We ain't seen nothing yet, because this is just the time where things start changing. You're moving out of one stage to the other. So it's going to be adjustment time. When you look at the prices for everything, it's gone skyrocket. Everything gone high. The food high, the gas high, clothing high. Everything we can think about today is either a triple or a double. Material to build house, almost triple. In some cases, triple. But at the same time, the job market is almost shrinking, because a lot of people, a lot of employers rather rely on the machine than manpower. Because, you know, what they will say the machine, you know, like people are calling sick, they can't go to work today. You know, it's a lot of things. The machine is there. Yes, but the machine could go sick too. The machine could need work. But at the end of the day, machine. I mean, just look. You ain't got to take my words. Don't take my words at all. Just look and see for yourself. And I'm sure you will have an idea what I'm talking about. Because, like I'm saying, we planting our food, and I'm encouraging anyone, any and everyone to plant as much food as you can. If you can the food, can them. Why not? You plant them and can them. When you can them, at least they could last for a period of time. Hey, Hands in the Dot, how you doing, man? Thank you for being here. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, guys, that's Hands in the Dot. Hands in the Dot have a gardening channel as well. So you guys can check him out. Yes, he do a lot of gardening. Plant a lot of different food. So you guys can check him out. If people don't have jobs, those machines will rust because no one will be able to purchase anything. Not trying to be doom and gloom, but serious. Well, you know what? Hear what? Hear what they're going to do, right? Hear what they're going to do. What they're going to do, they're going to have mechanic and tech to fix their machine, right? So they're going to have, they're going to have tech. And at the same time, not everyone will lose their job, but a lot of people are going to lose their job. You know, so what you said, you're definitely right. If people don't have a job, the machine will definitely rot because people wouldn't be able to buy food. But the crazy thing about it is people have to eat and people need clothes. You know, so at the end of the day, people still gonna buy. Then you have the people, you have the entrepreneur them that create their own business. And this is where I'm trying to get to. You have the entrepreneur who creating their own business. You have people who planting their own food. No is an online. No, you're dealing with online now. You're dealing with online. So what happening now? All you have to do, go online and order what you got to order. Even though those stores as well, like you know, was saying Sudi Breeze, the store them soon, nobody wouldn't be going to these stores because you do not need to go to these stores. All you got to do, type in. All you got to do, type in, make your order, and it's right by your door. So yes. So, and some of the stores set up like this. Hello, everyday life of an OC district. Thank you for being here. Good evening. Yes, how a lot of these stores set up now is you could order the product and wait outside. You ain't even got to go inside. You could make an order, go outside, and wait, order online, go outside, wait, and they bring it out for you. Then there's a lot of apps these days where you can order your food, your clothes, whatever, and they pick it up and drop it by your door. So they're making the machine and they also eliminate manpower. But they know exactly how to spin it around that their business can run. They're not doing this for their business to go down. No, they know exactly what they're doing. But we have to know what we're doing as well. This is not just one country or one island. This is happening worldwide. This is nothing just happening to one country. This is worldwide. So this is not about one place. This is worldwide. Everybody is crying out for inflation about everything. People crying out, you know, they could have gone in the supermarket with $200 a few years ago and come out with some food in their bag. No, $200 is one hand you walking out into with some food. So, you know, and then at the same time, the jobs is not paying to maintain your lifestyle and maintain basically your food, your clothes, your family. The job them is not paying. So what are people really gonna do, are supposed to do? One thing I will say, guys, the way I see it, you just got to start to be, instead of you try to be an employee, I think you got to try to be an employer. I think that's the mentality. Instead of being that employee where you get up and go to someone's job, it's best you be the employer where you could employ people. These days, we ain't have to, you know, you see how jobs work these days. Phone call, all you need somebody to oversee your job, look into your job, make sure everything going good. Especially, and what I will say too, go into jobs that you know. Yeah. Business. Get into business that you know and understand. So even though you decide to hire a person, he can't fool you around. He can't trick you because you know what you're doing. And he can't tell you no gimmicks because you know about your business. It's important, guys, to know about your business. If you don't know about it, try to learn about it. Entrepreneur, self-employed. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, guys, there's many ways today. There's many ways, more opportunity to be self-employed today. Many ways, more opportunity. You just got to figure out what you want to do and try work at it, because the future we don't know. The future, like it ain't designed for people that walking. You know, it ain't designed, you know, like once you have a job, I'm good. It's designed for the people who, when I say design, what I mean is it's because of the internet and the technology these days, it has opened up a wide range of doors that people could start their own little business. Guys, listen to me. Cleaning business. You could start your cleaning business. You might sound, you know, start your cleaning business, make your little flyer. Your lawnmower, your landscaping. Get a lawnmower. And I just start cutting some grass, start your neighbors, whoever. However you can to bring in that money, making yourself independent, creating ways that you can make money for you and your family, instead of just sit down depending and waiting for someone to say, all right, come for a job. No, you start creating. A lot of people will say there's no excuse now. Yes, there's excuse still, because you have a lot of people trying and they're trying their best and it's still not working. And some people just go and start 2 months and thing rolling for them, and you know what I mean? So sometimes, but don't make that make you give up. That's the thing. The thing about it is giving up. And sometimes when we meet stumbling block, we do like to give up. And I don't think we should give up. I think we should keep on trying. Oh, all right. Sometimes, right? If you, sometimes you have a passion for a business, right? You have a passion for a business. You love it. But at the same time, it's just not doing anything for you at the moment. So sometimes what people do, they shift to something else. That doesn't mean they give up this one. No, they didn't give up. They just shift to something else for now. So now, at the end of the day, you open up two doors for yourself. Instead of one door, you open up two doors. So maybe this one might be doing well this month, but the other one might be doing something. So at the end of the day, you have something coming into you instead of nothing at all. So that's is an open discussion, and I'm not telling you guys what to do and how to do your life. It's basically an open discussion where we just conversate, have a conversation. I don't know. I'm gonna put the let me see. I'm gonna put the link in the description if anybody wanna come and talk about this topic. All right. Okay, guys. If anyone feel like coming up and talk on this topic, you free to do that. Okay? Because I mean, I think this is a serious topic, man. It's serious. It's a serious topic about the future. It's nothing to be scared about. I would not be scared, guys. Yeah, it's nothing to be scared about. It's just, I truly believe, I truly believe we have to adjust ourselves for the future because it's nothing like before. A lot of us in the garden, you know, planting our own food, and, you know, we're taking the time out to create these videos just to basically encourage people, because that's what it's really about. It's about encouraging people and show them that you can do it too. If we can do it, you surely can do it as well. Just gather some seeds, or if you don't want to go to the seeds, just go to the store, grab some plants, and start planting. Plant as much as you can handle. You know, so that's one part of it. One part is try to grow your own food. The another part I will say, try to be an entrepreneur. There's a gift inside you. I do believe there's a gift inside each and every one of us. I do believe that every one of us born with a special skill. I deeply believe that. I deeply believe that. So We just got to find our skill. Find your skill, find it, and try to work on it, and try to create something from it, because it's in you. I do believe that. Because when you notice sometimes, yeah, thank you. When you notice sometimes, right? Just notice this, right? Sometimes, well, I don't know if it happened to everyone, but sometimes when you notice something, you notice you sometimes you're doing something and it's, everything coming so easy. Like this, whatever you're doing is so easy. Everything is like, it's like you born to do it. It's like you was born to do it. And then other thing, you trying, you go into school, you go to whatever, and you still not getting it. But certain thing just like you are born to do it. When you meet up and stuff like that, I do think you should embrace it. I really do think you should embrace it. Hello, RG, living life. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Yes, so once you meet something, are you doing something, and you find it so easy for you to do, I do think you should embrace it and work on it, because that's something you can master. You can come and master that. Sometimes we ignore the things that we can master and try to go at other things, and all we do, we keep failing. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, open discussion, feel free. You ain't got to believe nothing nobody say. We just having a conversation. But that's how I think. That's how I think. We all think different. We all think different. So it's just an open discussion. Yes, guys. So like I was saying, whatever you're doing and you realize this is something I'm good at, I think you should embrace it. And I think you should invest in it. Once it's something positive, you should embrace it and invest in it. Invest some time, invest whatever you can in it. But you should invest into things you can do well. Like, for instance, let's put it this way. For instance, if you feel like you are a good baker or a good cook, you know that, man, everything you do, people just loving the way you cook. People just enjoying the way you cook your food. Then why not think about, you know what? I need to start cooking some food and sell. So instead of just loving your food, maybe they could start buying your food. That's a form of working on something you love to do and you're good at. Investing. I think investing in what you know, it's going to help you a lot more. All right, so let's go a little with investment. Sometimes, in my journey to success, aka our journey to success, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Right. Investing, I think, is the key. and invest into things you have some knowledge about. Because guys, you will be surprised out here. There's a lot of people who knows about certain things. And what they do, they become like the third man. So you have you, no, they become the middleman. So you have you have them, and you have the product or whatever it is, whatever service it is. No, because you don't have the knowledge of what's going on. You listening to the middleman. The middleman is not giving you the real information. The middleman is basically just telling you what he wants you to know. So because of that, you could be losing out. You could definitely be losing out because of lack of knowledge. So if you decide to, if someone come up with something to you, and let's say for instance, like you want to buy a stock or something, and there's someone who claim that they understand it pretty well, so you buying it through them, you better have some kind of knowledge about this thing. You better have some knowledge, because people can be showing you a state. Like for instance, there are certain things that at the end of the year they got to show you the progress, how much inches you made, how much whatever you make, right? They could give you a printout of something, of some different information, and tell you, well, yes, you make $5,000 this year. Yeah, and you happy. So you calculating in your head, wow, I make $5,000 in inches this year. Oh yeah, and you get lost into it. Few years down the line, you decide you want to pull out now. You need some money now. That's when the problem occurs. That's when you realize there ain't no money. So the money you invest into just gone. So all I'm saying is be careful. Know who you trust in with your money. Know who you invest in with, because you can lose everything you have. Okay? And as we see, the world is changing and everything now. You ain't got to remember now. You ain't got to go and meet a person. You ain't got to see a person face to face anymore. All you got to do now is make a phone call or send a text message. All right. Sorry, guys. Yes. What I'm saying is, know who you invest in your time and money with, or whatever. It ain't got to be just money. It could be other things. Be aware of what's going on. Knowing, I rather knowing than believing. I don't want to believe you telling me, oh yes, the money is doing pretty well, man. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you lying to me. And you'll be surprised, this thing happening on a regular. This thing happening on a regular. On a regular. So I'm just saying, be careful, because we're in a world now where we don't need anybody to be present in front of us or to do business anymore. We could do business on the phone. We could do business through the computer. So that even make it more scary. Because now you're not even seeing the person you're doing business with. You call in the person and they give you the story. And then you decide, okay. And then you decide, all right, you decide to send over the funds. And then guess what? All your savings that you believe you have for 10, 15 years gone down the drain. So just be careful. Yes, and what I want to say tonight too, like the topic state, the future. These days, guys, you got to pick up, you have to pick up what is your future these days. Hello, Leslie and Bent, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, you got to decide what is your future now. What is your future? What is you and your family future? You got to decide that now. I don't think anybody is deciding that for you right now. You got to decide your future and what you decide to do for your future, for you and your family. I'm good, bless. Yeah, bless up, bless up. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, guys. Look into everything. Everything comes up to you, look into it. Read all your fine print. I know we don't like read them little fine words. But in this time, I think you better start reading them fine words. We just like to read the big bold one and forget about the fine words. I think we should know better now. And it's crazy that these days people can rig up anything for you and make it look official. This is the new world. This is the future. Because everything is online. Everything is print out. Everything is scanned. Scan it and send it through email. This is how it's working now. So the future has become where we got to be more careful. Yes, the future is definitely not like what we know. I appreciate your positive. Got to drop out. Have a good night. Thank you for being here. So the breeze, I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Yeah, so there's nothing to be scared about, guys. There's nothing to be scared about. It's just you got to think about your future now and what you're going to do. You know, I do gardening and I love to save a lot of seeds and things. I save seed every year. But with my mindset, it's never just about me. It's never just about, oh, I'm going to save a few seed for me. It's always about in case. To me, is in case. It's never about just me and what I'm going to plant and what I want to plant. Is the people around me. Who can I give some? Who can I send some for? Because we don't know. We don't know. What if one day, what if one spring, or one fall, we decide, hey, we decide, all right, I'm going to buy some seeds because I need to start my garden. Hey, Urban Garden Chronicles, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Yeah, so and you decide, man, I'm going to the store now to grab some seeds. And then when you get there, you realize, damn, there's no seed. That could be devastated as that could be crazy. That could be crazy. So guys, always try to chuck some seeds in some corner somewhere, store them up for the future in case. Say for instance, there's a storm. Say for instance, there's a storm. Maybe you mightn't get damaged, but you have some seeds. So guess what? You can start giving some seeds away. Share, you know what I'm saying? So seeds are important. Don't forget to store some seeds somewhere. You could even store seed in the fridge, in the refrigerator. You could store seed there as well. What I usually do, I dry them really well. Make sure they properly dry. Properly dry. And when they properly dry, I have, okay. Right, I store them in jar like this. You see that this is okra I have here. But this jar work really well for me. I've been using these jars for a while now, and every time I set seed from the boss. So this kind of jar, good for food, it also good for seed as well. Yes, guys, so preparing yourself for this future, I do think we got to get serious at it. Hey, David, how you doing, man? Thank you for being here. What's up? Yes, what's going on, man? How you doing? Yeah, so yes, what we're talking about is like the future, man. The future and how the future has changed. The future that coming to us right now has changed because it's on a whole different level of everything. The future is on a whole different level than what we pass through. Because now we dealing with machine most of the time. What? Our phone. Our phone. Our phone is also the machine, the robot. You know what someone tell me the other day? They tell me the internet become Wi-Fi, the internet start becoming the new God now. It's crazy. Because before, people used to go on their knees and praying to God for help. Now, what people do, they have a problem, they go in their phone and type into Google and ask Google the question. If they have a dream, first time there's people have a dream and Oh man, they want to know what the dream is, what this dream can be, what this dream mean. And then what they might do, you might have a old person in the neighborhood that might be able to interpret dreams. And what we do, they go down to that person and the person help them as much as they can. Now, if someone have a dream, they using the phone and go on Google to get the interpretation from the dream. So this is where we reach now. We has reached, and as much as we believe we're not into it, we deep into it. We naturally deep into it because our phone plays a big, major role into this, into our life. I mean, think about it. Okay, oh my God, you said it. You said it. Yeah, time has changed. This phone, the company, the internet, the computer plays a bigger role in our life than we even believe. Like Orban said, what we do, we go to the computer and no more praying for nothing. We order. We make orders though. We make orders now. So let's go and make order and no more praying to God for nothing. Our phone. And guess what? The internet is the spirit that, you see, they always take the natural and use it into a different form. Now we used to have to sit down and pray. That's what everybody used to do. Sit down and pray. Now what we do, we turn to the phone. And at the same time, the phone is dumbing us down. Because why I said that, we're not using our brain, we're not using our mind. No, because everything is the phone. Everything is our phone now, so we're not thinking no more. Instead of we try to figure something out, what we do online. No more figuring out stuff. You know, I remember, right? Before there was GPS, and I hear a lot of people saying this too. Before there was GPS, you used to drive from state to different state. People used to drive, go wherever and find there without a map. And find wherever they got to go and come back. Now, the GPS take over, you don't even know where you at. Because you're not paying attention. The phone. So this is what I'm saying. We more into the phones than we might believe. Right, and stay focused. Yes. We more into the phone than we believe. And that is the truth. The internet. It become, and it's the future. It's the future. It becomes a great part. When I say a great part, it's doing a great part in most of our life. Because everything on our daily, we need the internet. We need our television. We need our phone. If we ain't got internet for 2 days, that's a problem. If you don't get internet for a week, will that be a problem to you? Ain't much people could say it. Well, I mean, you have people who don't have the internet, so they got to do what they got to do. But this is why you can't be too reliant these things, and you got to. This is why you got to figure out your future. Is either you want a future of technology where you got to depend on it for everything, or you want a future where in case technology fail, you could still carry on. So it's up to you. It's definitely up to you what kind of future you looking into. But it's one thing I know is nothing like 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago. It's nothing like that. It's a whole different ball game. All right. Thank you for speaking the truth. Thank you for speaking the truth, Leslie Ahmed. Thank you for speaking the truth. Not easy, even for hour, it will be easy. And a lot of people feel that way as well because we get so connected. We depend on the internet for everything, Wi-Fi for everything. Our phone is everything to us. Everything you need, you run to your phone or your computer. Anything. So this is the role of the future. This is where we at. Could you imagine 10, 20 years from now? You remember in those times when our parents used to tell us things and we used to laugh. Oh my gosh, you guys used to do that? You guys had us to do that? It's the same thing 20 years from now when people tell kids about things in their time. They're going to want to know, are you serious? Because it be coming to that place now where you really don't need manpower like that. You don't even need to use your brain because you have your phone in front of you. So because you have the phone. And you know what, guys? Let me tell you something good to invest into. Let me tell you something good to invest into. You see, either eyeglasses, lens, or whatever they have for your eyes to make you able to see and read properly. Use that as an investment because the way how a lot of us does have our eye to this phone, this light, all day, all night, that could start affecting eyes. So in the future, that's a good investment. Don't forget, I tell you that, right? That's a good investment. Eye for eyes, something for eyes. Yes, even though grandkids laugh at me. Definitely. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Things you tell your grandchildren, they want to know. Oh, you should do that. How, you know, it's going to be the same thing. Because in the future, I'm telling you, in the future, I don't even think people might be cooking. Like, for instance, cooking food. Like how we cook our food. If you notice, that already start trickle down. People more ordering than cooking. I'm not saying everybody. Some people rather to order out than cook. And this is the generation we hitting. We hitting generation where if you want your floor vacuum, you have a vacuum cleaner, you could just let vacuum up your house for you. Lawnmower, your lawn. There's a machine you can use to program the machine to come outside and cut your lawn. If it rain, it will not come outside. It will come out, cut the yard, go back inside, park itself until next 2 weeks to cut your grass. But if it rain, it will not go outside. I mean, technology is really going. And at the same time, the jobs, small business is catching hell because technology is battling with them. Because, say for instance, you pay a guy $80 every 2 weeks to come out and cut your lawn, or maybe more, or maybe less, right? But now you buy a machine for $3,000. $3,000, and that machine cutting your lawn every 2 weeks, out, every 2 weeks, back and forth. But at the same time, you'll eliminate the guy who come and cut your lawn. You don't need him no more. So you see what happening? The jobs them trickling down because of technology and the machine, and at the same time, we not getting intelligent. When I say intelligent, what I mean, instead of we get more intelligent, we allowing the phone or the computer to be our guide instead of we be the guide. We are allowing them because everything we turn into them. We not trying to figure nothing out. Hey, hi Gina versus Gina, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Yes. So the future is already shaping. And is before your eyes. So it's either you want a future where you is in control of yourself, of your thinking, or you need a future where you got to just look to something to map it out for you. For the older people, say from 30 years and up, 30 years and up, 40 years and up, this technology, because you see, it's going to be kind of thing with us because, we come out from the part where when there wasn't no GPS, there wasn't no cellular phone, there wasn't no computer, wasn't like that. There wasn't no internet. There wasn't no, and you was just living. If you want to go by your friend, you don't know whether your friend home, yes or no. You got to come outside, go wherever your friend at, ring the bell or knock the door to see if your friend home. That's how it used to be. Now, all you do, you pick up your phone, send a text. So yes, the world, the future is shaping up. And it's hardly anything you can do about it, but creating your future. creating your future how you want your future. I really don't want a future where I'm not thinking. I want to be thinking. I want to be able to think and look at things and try to figure out things. Yes, you might need a little help. If you need an extra help, a little boost, fine. But at the same time, you thinking, you figuring out how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna create for my family, how I'm gonna keep this roof over our head, how I'm gonna, and you figure out ways how to do it. So now the internet has, yes, don't get me wrong, the internet have its advantage and its disadvantage. Don't forget that. It have its benefit as well, especially when you're in times like these. When you're in times like these, the internet is keep the brain sharp and oh yes, keep the brain sharp and alert. Thank you for saying that. Yes, you should. I think you should, because we kind of messing with our own self. It's like you have a car and you just have it there rest down for years and you're not using it. And one day you try to start it and it wouldn't start. you know, one day, because what, you have the car rest down for too long. So this, as the everyday life said, keep the brain sharp and alert. I truly agree with that. I agree with that. I think this is why we have a brain and this is why we have a mind. Each and every one have a brain and they have a mind. Why? You didn't just have a brain and a mind just to have it. You have it for a reason. You're supposed to use it. So when this technology come in place to close you down from thinking, so now you ain't become the thinker no more. You ain't thinking. No need for you to think when you have a phone in front of you and with internet. No need for you to do that. You feel like eating some food, a certain food. All you got to do is go on your phone, order that food, and that food come right by your door. This, you know what I'm saying? So instead of you think about, you know what, I feel like eating this meal. Let me go and get the food, or let me think about how I'm going to cook this. All that eliminated. All you need to do, grab your phone, make an order, and it's right by your door. No more thinking. The phone start thinking for you. The phone become your brain, your mind. Because you not use the mind anymore. We turn to the phone for everything. Definitely, Mr. use it or lose it. You're definitely right. It's either use it or I lose it. Is the truth. Well, you know, guys, we're not here trying to knock nobody. It's just an open discussion. Like I always mention, it's an open discussion where we just have conversation, not discriminating, not discredit anybody from what they believe or what they think. It's just a discussion, and I'm just hope that this discussion can open up some doors or some thinking, because it makes sense that, because the honest truth is we relying on the phone more than ourselves. And I'm not sure if that is cool or if it's even right. Because this is why we have the brain and we have the mind. We're supposed to use them. So our future has transformed before our eyes. We, the people 30 years and up, I say 30 years and up, could be 22, 20 years and up. What they know in that time is surely not what we into today. We was making it without internet. We was making it without Wi-Fi, without cellular phone. You know, we was making it, but now it's hard to even go through life without them. Then the older people, they was making it without gas stove. You see, in those times, way back, before gas stove come out, before light bulb come out, before all these things come out, these people used to chat and make it however they can within that time. They use whatever they had to use, but they make it. But into the world, to the time, it's hard for somebody to live back in those times. So as we can see, as the future prolong, things change at a certain period of time. Every period, there's a certain time, things change. So for the next 50, 60 years, you might see something else approaching. You might see something else approaching. I mean, some of us mightn't be here, but the kids then. I watched a documentary and the host talk about how we have become unhealthy due to convenience. That's true. That's true. Because with our mind, our body, basically our whole self has become unhealthy because of convenience. Yeah, it's true. Because you know what? We don't walk, we barely walk anymore. Notice, if you have a vehicle, right? If you have a vehicle and you're going down the block, you want to jump in the vehicle and go down the block instead of you say, you know what? I just walk down the block. You're going around the corner. You feel you need to drive around the corner. The walking, and walking is important. So eliminating thinking, eliminating walking, eliminating cooking meals, healthy meals for yourself, all these things is definitely making us unhealthy. And that is true. OG living life. That is true. I agree with that. I agree with that. You know, this is why sometimes, you know, a lot of people, some people say it's hard for them to lose weight. But I have gained weight like about 20 pounds over the maybe the winter. Yeah, maybe the winter. And I make sure I lose it back. I make sure I lose it back. And what I use it back by is eating vegetables, eating tomato, okra, and these kind of food. Edible leaf, all these things, and I surely take it back off. I'm not trying to keep adding and adding and adding. If I see I add on, I'm taking it back off. I'm start walking, exercising, But I know everybody body ain't work the same, so I understand. When everyone grow food, they want no chemical added to make them last for shipping. Definitely, definitely. You see, that's how things been changing over the years, for real. Because now food been shipping. We don't know how long this food stays before they get to you. Then they got to go in the supermarket. So yes, they have to put stuff to make them last. You know what? Let me tell you this, right? Because we used to have cows, so I know this for a fact. I'm not guessing this. When my father milk his cow and I'm walking with the cow, because sometimes we used to sell milk too. If you walking with the milk and you shake the milk too much, the milk spoil. When I say spoil, it turn thick, 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 thick. Because you shake the milk too much, so it turn. These days, it doesn't matter what you do to these buckle, they is not turning. So that indicate to me something, that trigger something here. Because I know when it comes fresh from the cow, if I come in down from mountain with the milk and I shake it too much, the milk turn. It get thick, 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 thick. So that indicate things have to go in this food in order for them to last for a period of time. People are crazy these days. I might need to get away fast. I need my getaway car. Yeah, you're right. And you know what? It's getting worse. It's getting worse because when people cannot so provide for their family or provide, they're gonna start going to other people. So it's really getting worse. So true. Bread was healthier because it was not bleach of nutrition and the individuals added. Definitely. Where a lot of people don't understand. You see, flour is something, flour ain't that color. The reason why flour white is because it bleach. So that flour you're receiving, the real thing already come out of that flour already. Yeah, because they bleach it to turn it that color. So yes, you're right, Miss Orgy. I put on about 20 pounds in 2020. I've lost half of it. All right, all right. That's how you do it. If you feel like I put on some pounds, work on getting rid of it. Because you know, the older we get is the fitter we want to be. And I believe weight is harder to come off when you get older. So don't allow the weight to linger. That's why, guys, try eat a lot of vegetables. It helps because vegetables does not stuck in your stomach for a long period of time. It comes out. Yes, it's crazy. I don't mind. I'm not saying technology is bad. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying being too dependable on it, being like you have to. It's your wall, it's your everything. When you start looking at it like that, that's where I think, nah, something ain't right. Because now, guys, sometimes, right? You might be people walking on the sidewalk, and you hardly see anybody walking with their head up. You hardly see that. Everybody their phone and they're walking with their phone and I mean, I can't knock nobody. If that's how you got to do it, that's how you got to do it. The metabolism slow down so much. The order we get, at least for most of it. Yes, definitely. It slow down the older you get. So you got to, that's why you got to watch what you eat. Because like meat, I don't eat meat. And I'm not telling nobody not to eat meat, but you can't put too much meat in your stomach one time because especially beef, red meat, they take a longer period of time to come out your system. So could you imagine that up your system with worm and bacteria and all these things creating up in your system? But the vegetables help clean you, help clean out your system. And if you're a gardener, do your research on herbs that help cleanse you. It's important. Herbs that help take information and mucus out your body. Look into that. Vegetables are low in calories. Definitely. And that's what, especially when you're getting older, you need to eat food low in calories. I used to walk all the time. I need to get back to it. Yes, definitely. Don't give up. Don't give up walking at all. Do not give up walking. Don't do that. Hello, Siphon Some Soil and More. How you doing? Thank you for being here. I have my gym membership. I am trying to start next week and be consistent. Use that. You paid for that, Urban. You paid for that. Even as half an hour, 15 minutes. Spend some time. It helps. You know, it helps. Because sometimes, even though we do gardening and sometimes that ain't enough. Because sometimes we need that constant pace for our heart to be pumping. We need that constant going, like, walking, like a constant going for a period of time to keep that heart pumping. So sometimes the little bend, yes, it's good for your bone, your back, but your heart need that constant going. So get back in there even if it's for a little, Urban. Walking is excellent for cardiovascular, okay, health and burning calories. Yes, walking is very good because you're walking. Your legs, your hand, almost every part of your body taking part in that exercise. But people don't walk no more. And you see, the world is changing in many ways too, because many people who used to get up and walk decide they're not doing it no more because the place getting scary. You could be walking and somebody can, it go already. So all these things is trying to keep you, I'm telling you, few years from now, it seems like it's in your home you're going to be, not outside. It's in your home. So now you create your gym in your home. You don't need to go shopping. All you need to do is order it and it come to your door. You don't even need to go outside. This is the future. This is the future where people will be indoors and not outdoors. Gardening can be great. Oh yes, gardening is definitely great exercise. It is. It is because like I was saying, I find myself put on 20 pounds, and surely is in the garden what I do and what I eat as well. Because the bending and you know, and it make your body feel good too. It make your body feel flexible because all that bending and raising up and what you know, gardening is important. I think to me, I think it's important. I think it is because it helped me in many ways. Gardening is exercise. Yes, it is. I really think it is because sometimes I'm up in the garden walking and I'm sweating and I'm really sweating. Yeah, I mean it's hot. It's hot like crazy, but others be sweating like crazy. And I know it's because I'm walking at the same time. It is a good exercise. But at the same time, the walking helps because it helps pump that blood. The walking and the exercising. Use your leg when lifting, not your back. All right. All right. That's a good one there, man. No, you're right. It's your leg you're supposed to use when you're lifting. That's why when I'm lifting something, I stand my feet apart from each other. Like I open my and go down. So basically, as your leg is taking the pressure and not your back. Because my goodness, you don't want to hurt your back in these times. Good point. I have to remember that. Yeah, no, he right. He definitely right. It's your legs you got to use, not your back. Because, I mean, you could be lifting and the weight you pull out your back. And man, nobody want to pull out their back. So, I'm sure everybody do it different, but what I do, I spread open my legs and go down and pick up. So the pressure is my leg is facing it, not my back. Yes, guys. I mean, well, it's pure gardeners up in here, guys. So what's going on with the gardening? Hands in the dot, you have a video I see with your pepper. I gotta watch the video. I ain't watch it as yet. I see it come up on my, what you call it? But I was about to do my live. I gotta see it because what happened is, man, I have so much peppers. I get, because what happened, I plant like about 6 different variety of peppers. And I have a pepper named monkey pepper. It knows the tree now start to ripe if you see pepper on that tree. But I have to make some kind of sauce with these pepper. I don't want to freeze everything. So I want to make some kind of sauce, pepper sauce, instead of just freezing everything. So I got to look into that video. Yes, we only have one back. You're surely right. I'm still happy we plant a lot tomorrow. Okay. You know what? I planted some garlic yesterday. I planted some garlic yesterday and I planted a lot of garlic yesterday, man. Because basically I think it's only garlic and onion I'm planting for the fall. I plant some, I think I planted over 100 whole of garlic yesterday. For real. And what I noticed a lot of, because really what I do, I don't harvest all my garlic. I always leave back some. And I already see garlic shooting up already. So it seems like I'm going to have a lot of garlic next year. Back pain never seems to get better. Okay. Back pain never seems to get big. I hear people talking about back pain and they got to go take surgery. My goodness. I'm not sure if I can let somebody do anything in my back. I'm not sure if I can allow that. So this is why I'm trying to take my time and do what I'm doing. I'm not trying to rush myself. I'm not trying to lift heavy stuff if I believe I cannot lift it, because your back is important. My garlic will be planted soon. All right. All right. I love me some garlic though. For real. That's why I plant so much, man. I love me some garlic. A tarp is good to help save our back when moving things around in the garden. All right. Thank you for that, Bobby Wilson. I gotta look into that. Because I'm really not trying to lift nothing too heavy that I don't need to lift. Dehydrate the pepper and make a seasoning blend. Okay, all right. Thank you for that, because I have so much and I really don't want to freeze all of them. I feel like I want to do different things with my peppers. Thank you for that, everyday life. Thank you. Me to planter, I'm going to make his pepper sauce. Yeah, I gotta watch the video. I gotta watch the video because I wanna make some of that. I mean, it's not the same pepper, but I believe it might work still. Yes, definitely. I will plant my garlic this weekend. All right, all right. No, yeah, the time is coming. These times is the right time to definitely get them garlic in the soil in the fall. Yeah, now is the right time. The fall is the best time, I believe. I will plant my garlic in October. Okay, everybody have different time. I mean, October is the fall. That's right there. I'm just not, I will not go over into the next year. I mean, you could plant. I'm sure you could plant up to November, maybe December too. But I'm not sure. I wouldn't go to the next year. I never do it. Maybe you could, but I never do it. So I'm trying to stick within October, November. Yeah, maybe in that time frame. I have a back injury. Got a steroid shot in my back. Oh man, sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. What about a back brace, man? Maybe you need a back brace, and I got to invest in one of them too. I got to invest in a back brace myself because I do lift things as well. So I think I got to invest in a back brace as well. Sorry to hear that, hands in the dark, man. Hope everything work out well, man. I love garlic too. I like to flavor my olive oil with fresh garlic for. All right, man. I must use garlic in everything I do when come and cooking. Now you talk about olive. You know, I buy 2 olive tree last year, and I plant them far apart from each other, and the two of them produce flowers this year, but no fruit. So what I did, I dig up one and I bring it closer. I put them real close to each other because what I believe happened, I believe they need each other to pollinate each other. So I just hope it work for next year. But they pushed flowers. I was so excited and nothing happened. You can use any. Okay, all right. Thanks for that, man. Thanks for that, because I have a lot of pepper. And the thing about it, I love hot pepper sauce, but never really think about making one, trying to make any. And I love it. I remember my parents used to do it, but that was a long time ago. So thanks for that, man. I normally plant the last week in September for garlic. Okay, okay, okay. You know what? Last year, I started planting garlic in August last year. Yeah, in August. And I said, man. And then I planted some cabbage, some cauliflower. And what happened? They all bolt on me. I didn't get nothing from them. So this is why I'm saying I'm not planting these things this year. But maybe in November, December, I'm going to try a few cabbage. Because I just want to see what is the problem. But if I plant them in January, February, I get cabbage from them. So I just want to try something. Hi, James Franklin. How you doing, man? Thank you for being here. Okay. I have a back brace, knee brace, wrist brace. Man, I was wild. As you I've broken. Oh, man, sorry. Oh, wow, man. Well, you got to be careful now, man. You have to be careful now. You don't want to break nothing else. Okay. I have to plant some garlic since something creeping around like garlic more than me. All right. I mean, I don't know, man. I just enjoy garlic almost in every, and I also drink it. I also drink it as well. Like in tea. Yeah. I drink some garlic too, man. Yes, I love me some garlic. Onions. I also love onions. I like to cut up onions and steam them in like vegetables and things. Yeah, onion. I love me some onion as well. But man, I love garlic. And I love ginger and garlic boil up together. I mean, it's not a pretty taste, but I think it's good. And I have some. Well, I tried to plant ginger last year, no, the year before, and they really didn't do well at all. But I plant some this year, and my goodness, they're growing like crazy. I'm just hoping that I can get some ginger, some fresh ginger. The MCC. Yeah, man, gotta brace up your back, man. Don't wanna, not in this time, man. I love both. All right. What do you use this? I see it change on it. Okay. Yeah, James, how you doing, man? Thank you for last week, man. You really share some information, man. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for sharing all them information. I appreciate that. So, guys, what else you planting for the fall besides garlic and ginger, garlic and onions? Because I'm basically walking on the soil for this fall. I'm gonna plant few things, but not really much. I have some on my compost pile. I have to go and scrape out the bottom of it. Yes, well, yes, I'm gonna scrape out the bottom of it, and I'm gonna start trading my raised bed them, and just throw a little dirt on top of them, and just leave them for marinate for the winter. I'm also gonna go through the bushes, see if I find some rotten tree trunk as well. And then when the fall and all them leaves start dropping, I'm just dumping them in the raised bed and my compost pile. Has anyone here the passing illa to make us resign? Register? No, to make us register our garden? No, I ain't hear that yet, but my goodness, it wouldn't be surprising. I'm telling you that. It would not be surprising at all. I love onion too. Any tips on growing beautiful onion bulbs? Well, for me, the way I grow onion, I grow onion, what I do, a lot of these plants, onion, garlic, they love a more sandy soil. They love a more sandy soil, and the soil must, when I say sandy, when the soil gets wet, it's easy for the water to drain out. They love that kind of soil. So for me, I will tell you, if you planted, well, oh, you do container garden. So, right, get some soil, not just the one them that gonna the water easy to drain out, because they love their root to drain. They don't love to be in water. So try that, and that might help you. I plant in ground, but the way I do it, I give it a slope. So when the rain come and beat it, instead of it settle, it's gonna soak and then run out. So the soil gonna be not clammy and wet. And then what I do as well, I also go through the bushes, rake up them compost, and just spread on the bed. So that could help. Keep it from getting clammy, because it's dirt I basically deal with. So when I show that, that's gonna help it from getting clammy, and so when the water, it just drain and run through. I have already planted broccoli and collards so far. All right, that's nice. That's wonderful. No onion, please. You don't. All right, you don't eat onion. Or hands in the door. Yeah, I forgot you say you don't eat onion. Wow, man. Not raw. I don't eat them raw. They got to steam up or cook with something. I don't like them raw. I want to plant collards, carrots, broccoli, kales, potato. Oh, wow, that's a lot you put it in the misogy. Wow, that's good. That's good. Put them in. Put them in. Once you plant them, care for them, you're going to eat. Welcome, planter. That's what I do. You're welcome. That's what I do. Try to help people best I can. We are in. Yes, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Bok choy, collard, turnips, mustard green, cabbage, broccoli, red bushes, sprout, hob. Damn. Bobby Wilson. Wait, Bobby Wilson, you have a channel, right? That's a lot of food you put it in the ground, sir. Wow. That's good, man. Yeah, yeah. I remember he say he hates on the ad. Yeah. Nikki, I heard from a channel I follow. If this is true, we are for really hard times. Why would they do with all the going? Oh man, I didn't hear about it, but now you mention it, James. I gotta look into it. Now you mention it, I have to look into it. Wow. I go both in the ground. Okay, all right. You all right, right. Yes, that's true. You go in the ground as well. You go in the ground. But if you putting them in the ground, just give it a slope. Like if you not because you want the water to drain out. They do not like their root to be wet at all time. They wet and it run out. Garlic the same thing. I always my beds like that, and I do get some pretty nice sized garlic and onions. I saw where you could register your garden, but I didn't read past. So wait, this is for wait. Well, no, now you say now you guys saying this, I gotta look into it because if they're bringing up that you gotta register your garden, then if you don't register your garden, then it might be a problem. You see what's going on? Oh, you saw it on TikTok? All right, I got to look into that because if they want that and you don't want to do it, then it's going to be a problem. So I definitely got to look into this. Yeah, I got to look into it because you don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. And you know what? It is honestly, it is surprising to me because earlier in the life, I think I even mentioned something like that. Soon we might be able to, I mentioned something like that. James, what we choose to grow and or do in our own yard is nobody business. They probably raise the price of seeds so high that it would force us to buy from the grocery store. That's you see, this is exactly what I've been saying. We don't know. Right now, we just living right now. But there's plans that putting in place, things that going in place that we're not even studying. You know, who knows what's really happening? That's why I'm always mentioning seeds. Save some seeds. Put some seeds aside in case anything. Once you have some seeds, you could plant some food. But the wall is getting crazy. I have to go boxes, pot, bucket, totes, huge container, and raise bed. All right, you do what you got to do. You doing a lot over there, man. You're doing a lot. That's good, man. I'm glad to hear that. I ain't. Oh, my sister, she ain't ready to say nothing. I hope that ain't true, man. If you have to, we go do. But man, but you know when you register it, right? Once you register it, then you gotta have a lot of rules you gotta follow now. You gotta start following some rules and regulation and what now they might have to test your soil. There's a lot of stuff gonna be going on. Is one thing gonna lead to the next. Watch and see. If that only happen, the in register in the school and raccoon. All right. They care about that. They care about their stuff. They're coming at you who trying to plan some food for you and your family. Man, do you have a channel? Yeah, Bobby Wilson, do you have a channel? Here it is. They are asking people to register, but they are not making you. Oh, they're asking. All right, all right. Okay, okay. Well, that song better. At least they're asking you to register, but they're not making you. Okay. So what is the benefit of registering it and the benefit of not registering it? I got to look into that. Those two are a little bit. Yeah. Hey, that's, you know what? That squirrel was really bothering me last year and a couple of years go back. This year, I hardly see a squirrel. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I was able to get speech. Usually I do not get peach. I was able to get some lovely peach this year. So I don't know. Oh, no. Bobby say you don't have no channel. All right. In this country, we have people who look out for each other. So who live next to you will tell all the sea. All right. They need to give people clean water. You see, that's the thing. That's the thing, Oban. That's the thing. That's the thing. The real problem, you don't hear about them. That's the thing. I put the link in the comments. All right, thank you. In your comment or this comment? I need to check it out. Let me see. I'm with you unless they enforce jail time. I can't do that. I hear that, Nikki. Man, I'm saying, man, wow, this is crazy. That's because they are all over here. Yeah, wow. That's why I learn all the keep receipt on people to if they rat you out, expose their secret. It's crazy, man. I mean, what the hell? If a person is trying to grow some food, I mean, what damage are they doing to the neighbor? I don't get it. I really don't get it. That they got to rat you out at all. I don't get it. Yeah, hands in the door. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. My goodness. Oh, in my comment? Okay, let me see. I'm not seeing it hands in the door. Okay, anyhow, I'll look for it. Let me see. I agree with you, Auburn. They're not making us yet. They want to know how many of us are actually out here growing our own. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Red started making known how much people. Yeah, that's exactly what happening. Wow. I don't know, boy. I don't know. But everything everything that appear is it have something to go with it. I think it's just a reason for them to come knocking on your door to take what you have. What are they reading private farm? Mean, oh man, wow. I got to do a little research, boy, because when these people start, when when they hear they start. I'm telling you, they are okay. Once there is a reason why they're doing this. It's definitely a reason because even though they just want to know how much people, why you want to know how much people, or you want to know who doing it. And this world, boy, I telling you, this is crazy. I used 551 and super juice, and I was nearly cursed out by a neighbor on the street behind me. So I will continue to garden, but use that when he's. Oh my goodness, my goodness, man! People are scary and force. I mean, for where we are going through today, for what we see happening today, the world changing, technology changing, everything changing. You really worry about some food, somebody planting some food next to you. You should be happy. Maybe they could give you a few tomato one day or some kind of herbs or something. My goodness. I think no, it's a test to how they are doing to do things. Don't yeah, it have to have some kind of agenda. I won't register the talking about putting your garden on a map of you meet a requirement. Mm-mm. All these, no, I'm not buying none of these things. I'm not buying it on a map of you meeting the boy. Wow, this is crazy. Yep, so they me can read your garden when they need. Oh, but you're not easy, you know. You're not easy. So people do not realize what coming. Listen to me. I mean, I don't know, man, but something is coming, whether now or later. Don't know what it is, but I'm getting more double hard buckshot. I hear that. But you on the right track, but you're meeting. Man, listen to me. The way I see it right now, The way I see it right now, the way how I see thing is getting hard now, right? Thing is getting so hard now because everything is raising, food price, everything we see is, and thing is getting hard. Even though once it's not at your door doesn't mean it's not getting hard because people getting kicked out of houses, apartment like crazy. You know what thing I see put out and all kind of thing. Marshall come and thing people do and then we see furniture, everything on the roadside. This thing ain't no joke. This thing is real serious. You know what I mean? So what I see happening, even your little garden you have, soon you gotta be careful. Your little garden in your backyard. Because the thing about, let me tell you how people operating. I was breaking down a shed. Not a shed, an old house. I was walking and breaking down an old house. And the guy over the street, he watched me break down that whole house. Never come one day to ask me nothing. He wait until the house is down underground. The dam start taking, start to throw in the dumpster. And he come over one day and he see me have some wood that I have packed out, already pull out the nails. I already take out the nails and I pack them up nicely. He come over and he asked me, what are you going to do with these wood? Can I have some of these wood? So I said, man, you see me taking down this house. You never come one day. You wait until I finish. Take out my nails and asking me about them. So I tell him, I had some with some nails. I say, you could take them and pull out the nails them. But it's just crazy how people operate these days. They don't want to help. They will watch you. And as soon as you finish, they come and take your stuff. So even our little garden just now, we got to be very careful, guys. Good night. All right. Good night, Gina versus Gina. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Good night. It's people like that tell all this. See, you do. And I telling you, it's getting crazy, man. Yeah, so guys, we gotta do some research. We gotta do some research and where you live in for find out this thing. I mean, if I don't have to, I'm not gonna do it. But if they're on your back, telling you you have to, or you can't grow food, then, but I know after that happen, there's gonna be a lot of regulation. There's gonna be, oh, you can't do this, oh, you gotta use this. Believe it or not, that's how it's gonna become. Yes, true that when you walk, they rob you. Yeah, that's how they watch you. Don't think they're not watching you. I'm so glad that the neighbor down below by this plant, I'm so glad I see he was planting some tomatoes, some vegetables. I was glad because I'm saying, well, at least he planted his own. So it kind of give me a more ease of nobody taking mines. So, if you see me digging some ground, just come and ask me, man, I need some help. If I don't want it, I say no. Let me say no. But don't just watch me from your window every day. And then when you see harvest time, you start harvesting before me. No, Them thing get people mad. So we got to be careful with that as well, guys, because soon people can't buy. I mean, if this thing continue, how people gonna buy food? So yes, if they see your garden, of course they're gonna get in your garden. You know what? I gotta start to plant food that people ain't familiar with. So they, if they see them, they might take them for something else instead of just planting food that time. I just see it, they know what it is. Because if I plant edos, they're gonna be saying, "Oh no, that's elephant ears." You see, maybe it's that I gotta start doing. Plant food that not so obvious, because people will be taking your food. It's one thing when people are hungry and they see food, they want to eat. And if they see your garden, they might just do what they think is best for them to do, even knowing how hard you labor on in your garden. But I got to look into this. I got to look into it, because I ain't looking for getting no problem because I'm planting some food. And if I got to register my garden with too much rules and where you got to use and where you cannot use, because I don't use anything. And if you telling me that I got to use chemical, then it ain't make sense. I don't know garden. I will have to just leave it alone. Planter, they have fun making other life hard. You're right. You're surely right with that. I'm telling you, it's the ones that have what they want and feel like they're better than others. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. They'll have to hire a ton of inspectors who are willing to walk along hours to come by and visit. Yeah, well, that's true. You're surely right. But you know what, too? Yeah, like the neighbors some of us have, like where Bobby Wilson was talking about, they will make people like that will make their job easier for them. You know, all you need is a phone call on a picture with a text message and your address. You see? And this are the future we are headed for too, where people will be, they have to go physically to report something about you. All they need is their phone. So when you have neighbors like that, then you gotta worry. You gotta worry because you know they're gonna talk. But I don't see a person growing some food in their backyard. I don't understand it. I don't see it. Those who have land should look into food forests. They can hide and blind in the landscape. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Go down inside like go down in the right. Like if you have land with the bush around, you go down in the center and you cut out an area. Down in the center, right? Yeah, that sounds good, James. Well, the pandemic release all the carriers. Oh yeah, you could say that. I don't know if you notice, but if you notice, every time there's a situation, that's when changes come in and everything turn over. Anytime there's a event. That's where all type of changes start coming in. This have to change. We got to do this because of this. I might have to start planting lettuce and herbs in the easy bushes. What you gotta do, you gotta do, y'all. For real. Yep, hide food in landscape. They call it gorilla garden. Oh, really, oh, man? That's what they call. All right, okay. I might have to do one. Man, you know, the thing about it, I just enjoy gardening, man. I just enjoy able to, you know, plant your food, watch them grow. You know, it's such a joy. It's such a joy. And, you know, a lot of people getting healing from this. A lot of people getting able to eat more healthy from this. So this is something, should be encouraging people to do, not discourage them. Good idea, Nikki. I have an Azera. All right. Well, this is about the future, right? The shape, you know, all this ties in the topic. All what we're talking about here ties right in the topic, the future. What you, what we all, what kind of future we want for ourselves. Are we going to be waiting and just depending on whatever? Or are we going to start creating the future we want? I have a few hiding space in my yard where the neighbor cannot see. You know what, Nikki? You always supposed to have some privacy. It's no way you have your yard and your neighbor could see everything. You should always able to have some kind of privacy. There's no way you should be planting everything and you know what I'm saying? If you want to relax, sit down with your family, that should be a private little area that your neighbor not supposed to be able to see, especially when they're nosy. Yes, Nikki, that's an awesome idea, sis. But things what this will do to how we will be able to feed ourselves. Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, you got to feed yourself. So it's either you have the money to go to the supermarket or you got to grow something. But the future is something, and guys, it's shaping already. And this is not just one place, it's the whole everywhere. This is happening everywhere. The place is changing, but we have to figure out what we're doing for our future. What are we going to do for our future and our family? What are we going to do? Because as we see, there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of different rules. I even believe a lot of the laws going to start to enforce. They already passed, but they never enforce them. But I do believe a lot of these laws going to start enforcing. They're going to start enforcing them on people because they don't pass. So it's some serious time coming. It's some serious time. That's why I'm going to learn hydroponic and grow tent in the garage eventually so I can grow indoors in. All right. All right. You got to do what you have to do. This is why this is why your survival plan. You have to sit down and have a survival plan. What is your survival plan? What works for you? A survival plan that works for you. You got to think about, you got to start thinking about that. What am I going to do in case this happens? What am I going to do in case this happens? I'll be the crazy lady digging in my SD card. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh my, I'm the key. Don't worry what nobody say. Because you gotta feed yourself and your family. Good night. Good night, Leslie and Ben. Thank you for being here. Good night. Have a blessed night. Folks, my plan for the future is to grow exotic vegetables in the hopes people won't realize what they are. Most people, the food like if they have seen it in the market. Well, as you said, Jim, I know a lot of food that I can plan that if you see them, you will believe it's not food. So I think I got to start to do more of that. Yeah, because you can't make it too obvious. Yeah, respect Leslie and Belt, respect. You can't make it too obvious because you don't see what happen. People are talk. They're not for going away. All you need a phone. This is where technology reach. This is the future. The future where we living in a today. Everything change is nothing like before. Is not nothing like before. Everything has changed. So we have to think about our family and what we are going to do. You see, like everybody come up with little ideas. Nikki come up with an idea. Urban come up with the idea. Dreams come up with the idea. We all come up with ideas. Because this is how we got to do. We got to think. What we going to do, how we going to do it. And this is how you got to start seeing things. Because the changes now start unfolding. You see where it start? You see where it start? And that's where it hit the most. Inflation in everything. Homes, rent, food, gas. That's where it hit the most. That's where it starts. It weaken you. It's designed to weaken you. So that's why you got to have your plan. How am I going to make it? What am I going to do? All right. Good night, hands in the door. Take care, man. Thank you for being here. Yes. So this is how I see it, guys. Like, again, open discussion, just having a conversation about the future and what we see and what could happen and what's about to happen. Honestly, this topic is very important because somebody could say something to make you think. Somebody could say something to make you say, wow, you know what, man? You're right. I got to start to doing this. I got to start to do this. Because sometimes The struggle is here, but it's not at your door. You still living, you still surviving. You still surviving. But other people is we live in that struggle. So before it get to our door or whoever door, you got to start thinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Because you still have your livelihood. Now remember, you still have your livelihood. You still have the family, still have the kids. You might have your mother, you might have your father. You still want the best for them. So that's how I see it, guys. That's how I see it. I think they are trying to starve us. Folks, pay attention to what is going on and how it's playing. The US sold our biggest pork produce to China. Wow! I don't know if you guys realize it, but to me, China seems like they're edging up to be the world power. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. It seems like they're the next world power, the way how I see things going. For real. I don't know if you guys observe it, because, and it's crazy how China rise to their position in that so early, so fast. I think it's in 40 years, the fastest. The fastest ever risen. So I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Plan ahead just in case something goes wrong. That's the whole thing. That's what I'm talking about. Plan ahead in case something goes down, because you don't know what's going on. Just observe. I didn't even know what James Franklin now said there. That they sell the biggest pork factory. Let me put it back up there. Pork produce to China. Wow. Bobby Wilson say, wow. Yes, completely right there. So much devastating things going on around the world. We have to prepare. Yeah, I mean, it's no rocket science to tell you what's going for us to really observe what's going on right now. It don't need a rocket science. No security guarding them. They're raiding organic farms. Now they're talking about our home garden. Folks, look at this. Wow. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. This is something. That's why we need to create local networks, support each other through barter and service rather than mainstream. That's it, Miss. That's it. OG living life. I agree with that. You see, it has come to a point now where people really listen me, guys. If it ain't gonna happen for years, it's time for the togetherness. The togetherness is important. It's important. it's really important. By supporting each other, it's really important. Because sometimes you don't know how hard it is until you're in need of something. You're in need of it and nobody willing to offer it to you. You're in need of something and people have, but they will not offer it to you. That should not be. We have to look out for each other and help each other however we can, man. But you know, you got to have the bond, the togetherness, but it's so hard. It's so hard for that to come forth. Oh, you are right. Thank you, Nikki. Yes. Yes, this thing is for real. The togetherness is important. Supporting each other is important. If you need something, it shouldn't be a problem. Somebody who have it should be able to say, hey, hold this. Maybe one day when something might work for you and you could say, all right, thank you. I remember when you helped me out. You could offer, but yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, you know. Hey, Tori Brain Games, how you doing? Thank you for being here, man. What's up? China rose so quickly because they require at least 10% intellectual property in order to do business in their country. Wow. Companies so greedy for cheap labor and sick give away the means for them to. You're right, Miss Audrey. And let me tell you what happened to that. This is something that I could not understand, right? What I couldn't understand is people, entrepreneurs from other countries, come up with brilliant ideas and design how to build shoes, how to build watch, how to build technology, how to build whatever. And because of things in their country, they couldn't do it. It caused them too much, especially the liquor man. They got to run over there with their ideas. And after that, they take their ideas, make their product, they make the product for them, but they also take the idea and make product for themselves and sell them cheaper than your product. You the one with the idea, come up with the idea, go over there, make your bargain, whatever deal you make, but over there, they're not named copyright. There's no copyright. The law copyright, I don't think it works over there. So a person could make your product. So now they make your product, you got your product, and they make for the same design for them and sell cheaper than you. So they put you out of business. So the game is crazy. Give them the means to produce knockoff. Yes, that's exactly what happened. That's it. They made their own from yours and they come and made their own. And that made them rise so fast because almost every country was depending on them because they had cheap labor as well. $1 for intellectual theft. Wow. Yeah. A lot of people went over there with their brilliant ideas and decide to go over there because especially the small guy, because of cheap labor, they see that if we make it in over there, we're able to make a better profit instead of if we make it where we're from. So they go over there and they make the product for them, cheap labor, yes, but they also make for them. And if you sell them for $10, they're gonna sell for 6 or 5. So who they gonna buy it from? You see the game? So you put yourself out of business by going somewhere else. So that helped them rise. Their economy has risen. But the great people, you have other people who make millions off of it. Yeah, there are other people who make millions off of it because they have the funds, but they decide I'm going over there. So they have the funds to set up with kind of, you know, maybe they draw out their own thing that you can't do this and what you can't do, you know, because they have the funds. But they're making millions because they're doing it out of their country. And then when they get it now, it's for cheap labor. So now when they get it, they're selling it worldwide and they're making money. But the little guy who just trying, you could put your own self out of business doing that. So it's just crazy, guys. It's just crazy the how things going. And like I said, start preparing yourself because it's not getting better. It's surely not getting better. For the children that born in, that coming into this world, no. It will be normal to them because that's what they know. But when you already come out from the 80s, the 60s, the 50s, when you come out from those places into today, it will look strange to you and it will be weird and it will be all different way. But to the children, it will be normal because they know nothing different. So to the older people, you have to have a plan. You have to come up with a plan. And start using the brain and the mind. And don't allow the phone and the internet to take you over fully. You have to have some sort of control. You know, at times we go in places and I'm saying, no, we're not using no GPS. Let's figure this out. Because the GPS dumb you out. I'm telling you. The GPS will make you go a place 5 times and you still don't know how to get there if you go in without the GPS. Because where are your eyes on the GPS? You know? The saddest thing about all this is the system will turn into itself just as it did in 2008 and they keep on doing it. this so-called new world order will not be any better because it's because I'm old. All right, I hear that. Good night, Tanasa Cookie. How you doing? How you doing? Blessing. Thank you for being here. I hear you, James. It's just, we just got to be aware, guys. We just got to be aware. Just be aware, be observative, look into everything, question everything, observe everything, because we don't know what's going on. And like I said, I do believe a lot of things is putting in place right at this time. Right now, nothing ain't get to normal as yet, you know. It ain't get as normal. It's still a process. It's still a process. It's not, it ain't to get back to normal as yet. When it get back to normal is when everything accomplished. And when everything accomplished, that's when you want to know what the hell, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? You don't want to catch yourself like that. It's not, don't be scared, because scared will not benefit you in no form or the other. Fear wouldn't do anything to help you. But just be aware and observe what's going on. If you observe what's going on, are you paying attention to what's going on, then you could adjust. But if you're not adjusting yourself, if you're not paying attention, how could you adjust? All right? I have to hit this. All right, thank you very much. The everyday life of an OC district. Guys, check out the everyday life of an OC district. Have a beautiful channel over there. Check out, see what's going on over there. All right. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Good night. All right, guys. Thank you guys, man. You guys was here with me from all the time. I appreciate you guys. Are you guys enjoying this topic? Is anyone feel like coming up and talk about this topic? The NW is about rich and poor. That's it, planter. That is why we are going through this crap today. You're right. It ain't no middle class anymore. The middle class has wiped out. You don't hear about it. It's either you're rich or you're poor. That's how it works these days. Hey, Clipty, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. What's up? Have a good night. I will check out the garden where it's in ISFUTURE. Yes, I definitely have to do that because you don't know it works already. You don't want no problem, so it's wise to know exactly what you need to do and what you don't need to do. I believe that. All right, guys. I mean, thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. We're here for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I truly appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you, Miss Audrey, for becoming a member. I truly appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you. So, good night to each and every one of you. Have a blessed week. I'm hoping to see you guys next week, Thursday at same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night, everyone. See you next week. And don't forget, I will be posting videos during the week so you can check them out. All right? Good night, everyone. Peace, love, and blessing to all. All right. All right. Good night, guys.